Just riding the 2K17 train until 2K18 gets here. So we're matching up 4-on-4. It's me, Hunter, Trevor, and Nicholas, who sometimes has joined me on a few of my videos. So usually don't get to run 4's. A lot of people don't get to jump in, or usually don't jump in whenever we line up for it. So um, this is a little of a unique video, as I don't know if I've ever included a 4's video before. I may have included one or two, but this is just another one. So kind of spread out a little bit. We have two sharpshooters, a shot creator, excuse me, and of course Trevor is a point forward. So they start off with the ball. They're going to inbound it there. I think they were going to try to do that the first play inbounds, cut into the rim kind of move, but they didn't get that there. And playing a little bit of a full court defense, but see if we can get them leaning there. I was actually able to get a green release. Surprisingly, I thought that was actually a relatively bad shot, considering how close I was covered, and considering the fact that I'm guarding a 96 playmaker, and he's their best player on the team, and he's considerably tall compared to me. I think my player that I have listed is 6'4", so they get up back on the board. They get back up on the board by 2 with the shot there from that boy. So here they are playing again full court defense and seeing what we can get. I almost had an open lane, but it wouldn't have been open by the time I got there. So they give it to Nick. Nick shoots a 3, clanks it. Trevor with the board there, and Nick would have had it, but I think the timing was just off, and had he not done that layup animation, he probably could have got an easy 2. So that was actually a decent reach-in foul there, because I was not in position to either go down low to play defense or play on my man. So they could have definitely gotten a for sure score there. So that was actually a relatively good foul. So my guys trying to perform moves, and of course they're doing the screens, but their slasher was able to cut right through our defense, and so they're up on us 6-2. So we just need to find something that gets going for us and try to really capitalize on their full court defense. And there we do when I catch Hunter cutting down low. So we're just one possession behind them, down 4-6. Their guys are doing a little bit of dribble moves over here. Playmaker, although I don't have to really guard that well on the three-point line, they do have a high rating for three-pointers if they are open. So it's one of those things where they'll cross you up and cut down low and slam on you, as well as being able to hit the 3. But they went back up on us with 4-8. So Hunter's here with a wide open J, so of course he hits that, gets the easy score. So I'm hoping they kind of fix a little bit of the park issues. I remember I was watching a few other videos, of older videos, where they would show park, and I remember park back in 15 and 14. I just remember it being differently. It seemed like it was not as a boring scenery. Not that park is ever boring unless you're playing against somebody who is a try-hard, or just somebody who's just irritating to play with or against. But it doesn't have that vibrant feeling. It's almost as if they found a generic court to go with and just kind of went with it from there. But you're gonna have to take what they give you. I do have some Madden videos coming out that I'm gonna have to put together with Connected Franchise. I can do a little bit of MUT. I'm not a big fan of MUT just because I'm not really fond of pay to play. I'm more fond of free to play, or just playing casually. A lot of times I use this as a stress reliever, or just to bide my free time, and something that I really enjoy doing. And one of the things I do enjoy is the Connected Franchise mode as a player. And I usually choose a quarterback, and I try to choose a team that really needs a quarterback. And my favorite team, the Colts, unfortunately, they do not. Well, fortunately, they don't need a quarterback unless Luck is consistently injured throughout the season. But I like to play a little bit of the Connected Franchise there, and of course I play with a few guys with the Connected Franchise, so I do have a few of those videos coming out and whatnot. But as far as basketball, and I have a few other baseball videos coming out. But as far as basketball right now, I have this park video that I'm going to put out, and this may be my last park episode. Not quite sure, as I'm going to be focused more on some of the other games that are going to be coming out. And of course, Uncharted is out, and then there's going to be a few other big games that are coming out. This has just been a really big year for games. I know next year's supposed to be just as big, but I just really need to focus and get scheduled onto which games are going to be coming out, and which ones I'm going to upload and put together. But I know for sure it's going to be the 3 major sports with baseball, basketball, and football. And I do have a few other baseball videos I do want to put out, even though I wouldn't say that game's dead. It's just not as vibrant as it was. Usually the baseball, the games and the hype and people playing it doesn't last as long as the other games. I know 2K lasts forever. Actually, just a few months ago, I went back on 2K16 just for the sake of going on it, and I went on a park, and the park was actually full, and I was very surprised at how many people were playing park on 2K16, and it was just basketball is a fun pickup sport, and of course, park adds a new level of competition to it with. Baseball, they have Diamond Dynasty, and of course they do have online modes, and football, they don't really have a pickup. I know there were rumors that there might be like a type of park gameplay, but I really haven't seen it yet or heard much about it, so I'm not quite sure if that's going to be available or whatnot. But um, that's probably what makes 2K the most popular is, of course, the My Player story, and then you can play park where you could pick up with the player that you've created, which is a really nice effect to it, and I am appreciative of that they've given us. But it'd be nice if they gave us a little bit extra and took out a lot of the bugs and a lot of the issues, like with the screens and the archetypes. I think a lot of those are messed up. A lot of those are broken. A lot of those don't make the game fun. But enough of just about random things. Back to this game. Here we were actually losing considerably, and now we're back into the game by 2 points. So of course they're up 14-2, and we're actually playing really good opponents. There, I believe they're all in the 90s. I'm not sure. I didn't get the detail of what their exact positions or ratings were. I know there are a few. I know the guy I'm guarding is a 96, not a slasher or a sharpshooter, but I believe a playmaker, and I know they have a slasher on their team. So they're up 16-12. Not panic mode yet. We usually don't get panic mode till it's about 18, because usually then it's about game point. So Hunter gets a wide open three there, and he splashes it. It was a great shot. So now it's only a 1 point game here. Kind of spreading the wealth here. I have 8 points, as you can see up there. Again, I don't really necessarily just care about the stats. I'd much rather have 0-0-0 and then have the W than to have all these wins. Have all these stats and all the points, but lose. So here it's 15-16, and there I was getting a little antsy. I was really trying to get the ball. I thought my defensive rating was high enough to where I could reach a few times and potentially get something. But it seems like a lot of times when I do reach, either maybe I just miss timing, or maybe it's just not at the most opportune moment to get a steal. And as I'm talking about it, there Trevor's able to get steal, and Hunter grabs it and goes coast to coast, and he puts us up by 1. So here, this is a really good match. This was a very close one. As you can see here, it's not a blowout. It's probably going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to who wants it more, who plays better defense. It seems like here we're not playing the best defense. For instance, they get a lot of open shots. However, I believe as equally as we're not playing good defense, we're also playing really good offense to their not necessarily good defense. It seems like they're just reaching a lot, and they're leaving a lot of guys open as they're scrambling. Hunter gets another open J there, and he gets it to go in. He's just having a phenomenal game here. As you can see, 11 points, a rebound, and an assist. So he's really kind of being the backbone of our team between the two of us. Actually, I think between the two of us, we're the only ones that have scored between our other two teammates. And, of course, their slasher is able to get that dunk. And so here it's just who next score wins, or if they score they win. And there I remember we were really bugged out about that one. They go to pass it in, my foot of course is out of bounds, and they allow Nicholas, I believe, or Hunter to pass it to me. So I'm out of bounds, turnover, they get the ball back. All they got to do is just get an easy bucket or an open shot, which he had it right there, and then he has it again right here. But Trevor, with the clutch defense, comes in, gets the major block. We don't need a 3. We just need a good 2 so we can win this game. And so here I actually think we are looking for the 3. There was an open 3, and I take it, and I thought it was going to go in, and it does go in. So there I hit another game-winning 3, and so here we run 4's. I actually believe the next game we lost, and it would be too much to put into one video. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, feel free to hit that subscribe button and tune in for more. I might have put out a few more park videos, but definitely other sports videos, especially Madden, coming soon. Thank you for watching.